In this episode, I spoke with Ice for Life Annika Surry about her love of cold water swimming and how it has helped with her MS. Her recent tour of some of the wonderful places in Cornwall and Devon, and some of the other fucking cool swims she's done, like the swimming competition amongst the icebergs of Patagonia. Lovely to meet you, Annika, and welcome to the podcast. I wonder if you could just start with a brief introduction to yourself and what you do and where you live.
Mhm.
Then we can talk about some seriously cold swimming.
Yeah. Well, thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure. I've never done a podcast before, so it's exciting. uh, but yeah, my name is Annika, and I'm Danish, born Swedish. I live close to Copenhagen, and I go swimming, dipping pretty much every day, and preferably at sunrise. Um, I enjoy my morning coffee down by the beach, and yeah, I love taking pictures and videos and showing everybody how amazing it is, even if it is raining and stormy and snow and horrible.
Do you
I
like
still
being
have a great
outside?
time. Well, yeah, when yeah, I do. I really do, and it doesn't matter what the weather's like.
And can I ask, because I Copenhagen, great place to swim as well, isn't it?
Mm,
So there's been a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
efforts being put into cleaning up the waterways around Copenhagen. So it's definitely on
yeah.
my list of places to go. So do you live right by the sea, or?
Yes, I do. I can walk down and sit on my bench on the beach, and my coffee will still be warm when I get there.
So do you tend to swim every day then?
Yes,
So no
I do.
matter what the weather.
Yeah, I'll be swimming.
Fantastic. And your Instagram handle is Ice for Life. And
Yes.
so I mean that would obviously describe somebody who loves cold water swimming. So can you just talk about swimming in icy water, and how you started, and
Mhm.
why you do it?
Yeah. Well, it's a bit of a longer story, but to cut it short, it gives me peace, and my body calms down when I'm in the cold water. Um, I've got MS, multiple sclerosis,
Okay.
and I found out that when I actually sit in water and I focus and concentrate, actually staying in water, because to start with, I was just running out and screaming and laughing and running back in, and it was just, then you don't get the same feeling. But at a point, I actually went out and sat down and felt what it did to my body when I was sitting in the water. And that's when I realized how good it was. And my body calmed down, all the buzzing and all the nerve pains that I've got just disappeared. It was magic. And then I've pretty much done this ever since.
I mean, that's incredible, because I love your description, because I'm still at the stage where I do a bit of cold water plunging, and
Mm.
I'm screaming out, so still very much at that stage of the whole thing. So how did you sort of take control of that and just say, well, this is how I'm gonna stay in? How did you kind of manage to do that?
Well, it was, I do a lot of exercise, and I had signed up for an outdoor exercise club. And after the training, every week we would go into the cold water. It was sort of a new thing that they started doing. And we had to stay in for 2 minutes. And then when we came up, we would do all the Wim Hof, getting warm exercises again. And that was when that was the first time I sat in the water and focused on the cold water. And I could feel that this was really good. So that was how.
So in terms of sort of your MS, I mean, you found that that's just a way of kind of relieving the
Yeah.
symptoms of it.
Yeah.
does the sort of relief go on beyond the ice at the
Yes,
time you're in the icy water?
yes, it does. I have a lot of brain fog and cognitive challenges as well. Um, and that seems to clear up when I'm in the cold water. But that will then come back after a few hours, unfortunately. But you feel fresh and awake and just good when you're in the water and afterwards.
I mean, it's amazing because I'm just been diagnosed with ADHD, and one of the things I've noticed is when I am in cold water, and it generally has to be cold water, my brain does calm down significantly. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so can I ask, because I mean, from your Instagram, it appears that you do a lot of, you go into water, but there's not a lot of your head going under. Is that, do you purposefully keep your head above water, or?
No, no, no. I dunk my head in as well. No problem.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I
Fantastic.
love diving in and swimming and yeah.
So, one of the things that really caught my eye in terms of your Instagram account was you've just done a tour of the UK, and for me that was really eye-opening because you look like you were swimming in some incredible places. Now, um, I wonder if you could just sort of talk a bit about that, and then I'm very keen to understand more about some of the other places that you've swum well, or been to and swum in as well.
Yeah. I had my youth in the UK.
I can hear
So
a bit of a twang.
yeah. They used to call me
Your
the Cockney
youth.
Dane. Yeah, 10 years in London.
There you go.
So we have family in the UK and visited family, and then so I have been quite a few places in the UK, but I've never been to Cornwall.
Right.
So we decided to have our summer holiday a bit late and then go to Cornwall. And that was so amazing. I never seen so many beautiful places in one place. um so the tour of the coast of Cornwall was just amazing. And a few years ago I started following sea pools,
Right.
and they have they made a book, and I got inspired by them to find all the different sea pools around Cornwall. I have done all the chasing waterfalls and all that. So this time it was sea pools and rock pools, and yeah, there are some incredible places. Amazing.
So, I mean, and from what I could see, I mean, they're just totally stunning. Um, I've spent some time in Cornwall, but it kind of really made me want to go and visit some of these places. So, in terms of the sort of sea pools you went to, which ones were your favourite, or were they all just brilliant?
Oh, oh! They were all brilliant, but I liked Bude Sea
Yeah,
Pool.
huge one.
Yeah, but I missed one. I think it was Tommy's Pits was supposed to be around there somewhere. Um, so I just have to go back to that place. Yeah, definitely. And there's the Chapel Rock Sea Pool, which was right on the beach. That was amazing. Sort of behind a big rock and the view of the sea and the colors and everything. That was quite amazing.
So,
And
so when you go in the sea pool, sorry, how long do you spend? Do you sort of swim?
oh, oh, I lose my head and I can just stay there for hours.
Really? God,
Yeah, yeah,
my goodness. Because as
yeah.
I say, I'm still in the run in and come out screaming a few seconds later. So, unless I've got a wetsuit.
Yeah. No, I have a rule. At the moment, I'm only allowed to drink 2 cups of coffee when I'm out in the water. And when it's like below 5 degrees, it's 1 cup of coffee, because else I'll stay in for too long. And yeah, because when I have been in the water, I like to air dry as well. So the effect sort of keeps going. and I don't feel the cold until I actually get home. So when I get home, and yeah, I have to start dancing in my kitchen because else I can't get warm again.
I mean, it's really interesting because where I have done swimming in cold water without a wetsuit, the coldness comes a lot later, and then
Yeah.
it's quite a profound coldness. So, you know, you feel it in your bones, don't you?
Mm,
You know, so,
yeah,
but you found kind of dancing around your kitchen's the best way to kind of warm up, is it?
definitely. Put on some your favorite music, cup of coffee, and just warm up.
I mean, it's so cool actually, isn't it? Because you think about like cold water swimming, is you go and you know if you've gone to a sea pool, you get the the beautiful surroundings. You then get the cold water, then you get the benefits. I mean, if you're brave enough to air dry, which I think I think about it, I tend to air dry as well. And then, you know, later on you get the benefits of having a good dance and a cup of coffee as well. So,
Yeah, exactly.
you know, it's incredible medicine really, isn't it, when you kind of think.
It is. It is.
And one of the things which I loved about your little tour, because it wasn't only Cornwall, you went to Devon as well, and
Yeah, yeah.
which looks stunning. But you also went to Bath. So, you know, my brother lives in Bath, and you went to an amazing there's a weir and a pool right in the middle of Bath, wasn't there? And I was like, oh, I'd love to go
Mm,
swimming there. So I'm going to be tapping up my brother and saying, come on,
yeah.
let's go swimming, because that just looks stunning as well.
Mm. But there are so many. Yeah, I'm not finished with Bath and Devon and Cornwall. I have to go back. It's I have so many places that I didn't get to go and see, and yeah,
Well, when you do go, get on the Solonian from Penzance, by the way, and go and spend at least a day in the Isles of Scilly, because I think
yeah, yeah. That
you'll
is that
find
was on my list.
amazing place. But I and one of the things which again is really useful about your account is you then you sort of go off with the sea temperature, the air temperature. You kind of give a lot more information, and then the grid reference as well as to where you've been, which, you know, I that's very generous of you, I think, in terms of that, which just means that, you know, from my perspective, if I want to go and swim in some of these places,
Mm,
which I definitely will do, I know exactly where to go and kind of what to expect.
yeah. I like that with other people because when you see something on Instagram and you think, "Oh, wow, that looks amazing. I want to go there." And then they don't write where it is or how, that's sort of a bit, no. Okay, I'll have to find out myself then.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I think it's
and I
I think
always tend to do.
oh well, that's brilliant. I think it's a really lovely thing to do.
Mm,
And you know, I mean, I guess it's sort of part of being in the swimming community is sort of it's really not. I think people are just generally generous in terms of advice, and you know, and that's sort of filtered through into social media as well. So
mm.
you know, I think it's a really lovely thing. Um, I wanted to talk about the ice swimming as well because um, I've never sort of cracked ice and jumped in. Like, is that something that you do every year? I mean, are you where do you go to do your ice swimming?
To do like real proper ice swimming,
Proper
I
ice
go
swimming.
to Umeå in North Sweden.
Umeå,
Umeå, yes. It's that's one of my favorite places to go to every year.
really?
Yeah, and it's a tiny little place, sweet little town, but they've got a few ice holes that they sort of keep open all year. And there is a police ice hole where the police they train their students to swim in cold water and to rescue people if people they fall into cold water. So they keep it open, um, and that's out in the middle of a lake, and the ice is a meter thick. And it's just pure magic.
I mean,
And
is
you've
it,
got
so you said,
snow coming up over your, up over your head, 2 meters snow everywhere.
wow, that
Yeah.
sounds awesome. So how do you get to Umeå then?
You have to go via Stockholm and then to Umeå. So it's not really that far, but they have a lot of ice and snow and cold weather.
And do they have nice saunas as well? So,
Nope.
no.
So there's no sauna afterwards.
Wow. I
Well,
thought that
actually,
was
they
the,
have got they've got one sauna now. I found out, and it's open on Sundays. Yeah.
okay. So Umeå was sounding really good until I discovered there was no sauna, and then maybe that's part of phase 2 of my ice swimming. Well, I need to stop screaming when I go into this cold
Yeah, and then
water. Then I'll
feel
do
what it
ice
does.
water.
Exactly.
There's the ice swimming championships in Finland, I think, in a
Mhm.
place called Oulu or something.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you ever done sort of competitive swimming in ice? I saw on Instagram that is it Patagonia you went to, and
Yeah. Again, a totally amazing place. Swimming next to one of the biggest glaciers in the world is amazing. And the competition had to be cancelled because there was a little bit of the iceberg, that broke off and got stuck on the swim lane, and they couldn't move it. So they had to say, "Sorry, guys, we're going to have to cancel the rest of the day because we can't move this iceberg. Come back tomorrow."
I I mean I'm trying to get my head. So did you go all the way to Patagonia, especially for the competition or the event?
Yes. Yes.
And how did you find out about it? I mean, that sounds awesome as well.
To this specific event, I was invited. I thought, well, I can't say no to this experience.
No,
So I had to go. The I went via Brazil and then, yeah, had a sort of a 3 weeks holiday out of it, just traveling
amazing,
around.
amazing.
So that was
So
Patagonia, and they're doing it again next year, by the way. So
are are they?
you can come. Yeah,
So so that would be in when would that be? What time of year is that? I'm just trying to work out.
that was August.
Okay,
So I
okay.
went from 30 degrees here in Copenhagen to -2 and snow in El Calafate in Argentina.
So how many people competed in that? And were they mostly Argentinians, or was it people from all around the world?
Well, there were some from Finland, Poland, Denmark, Spain,
No, great.
UK. Yeah, UK,
Okay,
from Oxford,
okay.
Oxford Swim Club. And yeah, and then it was Brazilians, Argentinians, and Chile, I think.
Wow. And so how far did you swim? Because was it sort of 50 meters that you
Yeah.
swam?
Yeah, I did 50 and 100 meters. I was supposed to do 200 meters, but I have been through some operations and not quite gotten over it yet. So I wasn't ready to do the longer distances. So I only did 50 and 100.
So next year you're going to do the 200, are you?
Definitely. And when I go to Oulu and to Sweden and wherever I'm going next, then I will do 200 as well.
So you're going to go to the Oulu Championships, are you?
Yes, I am.
Because someone mentioned it to me, and I'm pondering whether to do it or not.
I think you should. Just
It
to
just
say
it
that you've
just
been
sounds
to a
like a
world
fuck.
championships,
Well, there you
it's
go. Well, I
amazing.
reckon I could maybe.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sounds like a fucking cold swim, So
Mm.
that's
And
and
I bet it is a fucking cool place as well. I've never
I
been, but I'm sure it is.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm really pondering whether to do it or not. Because as I say, someone said this should be your next challenge, and I'm like,
Mm. Yeah.
I could probably do 25 meters in cold water. So
Yeah, definitely. And you can also do the 25 meters back again. I'm sure of it.
and the Finns will definitely have saunas. So
Yes. Have you tried a Finnish sauna before?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
My brother's married to a Finn, so
Oh, okay.
you
Yeah.
know, I spent quite a lot of time in Finland as well. So
Mm.
I love a Finnish sauna. Actually, in because I live near Reading, and we have a Lido with a lovely sauna. It's a proper Finnish sauna as well. So
Mm.
that was my morning this morning, was a swim in the pool and uh,
Well, that's nice.
saunaing, which was really nice. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's perfect. So I also noticed you have a duck as well, which
Yeah.
can you tell me a bit about the duck? Because I was sort of fascinated.
Doris the Duck.
Doris, yeah.
That's Doris. Yeah. It actually started with my trip to Iceland, where there was the little what do you call them? The birds on Iceland. The
Puffins or
yeah, puffins, like as a duck. And I thought that was quite cute, so I had to buy it and I took it home with me. And then it also started there that every time I went to a new country, I had to get a duck from that country. And some of my followers, they were thinking of me when they went out traveling and bought ducks for me. So now I've actually got, I don't know, 50, 60 ducks. And I take ducks with me everywhere I go. Um, but then I saw this pink queen duck and I just had to have her. She had to come home with me. And she ended up being the mother duck.
oh,
So Doris, she's the mother duck. And last year, she actually got a new friend called James Pond. So I've got Doris and James and all their ducklings. Yeah.
fantastic, fantastic. So
So
some of
she's
them come
just,
with you on your travels.
yes. I would like to take Doris, but it's not always I can have her in my hand luggage, you know. So it depends where I go.
So, and I mean, and that is like, because you seem to spend a lot of time, and maybe that's just because of the way Instagram looks, going to places to swim. I mean, how much of your year is going to places to swim?
A lot. When I've been home for 2 weeks, I think, "Ooh, where shall I go next?"
And can I mean, it's like, I don't know, I'll look at like your Instagram account, and then before I know it, I'm like booking stuff up, and it's sort of an almost
Mm.
automatic thing. I mean, I think it's my ADHD brain, which like compels me to do these things, and then I spend a lot of time trying to work out why I've done what I've done. But
Well, as long as you have fun and you enjoy it, then
totally, totally. So, what are some of the other places that you've gone swimming, which you can talk about and love?
well, I like, well, all the Scandinavian places. Norway, Tromsø, Trondheim. It's amazing and beautiful, and suddenly you have a reindeer running down, you know, down the
Yeah.
street or across your cafe where you're drinking coffee or, you know, just these little extra experiences that you get when you're out and about. That's fun.
Well, and I think that so I was it did the downhill swim in Finland, and that was one of the things was you know, looking up on the swim and seeing a reindeer peering at me, and
Yeah, exactly. Well, Finland is also one of my favorites. And Turku have the most amazing sauna place where they have, I think they've got 5 different saunas,
right,
and they're based on a lake, where they break hole in the ice in the winter. But they also have this freezer you can walk into. It's just like a little shed. And to start with, I thought it was another one of their saunas. But when I walked in there, there was like a hot tub, but with ice, an ice tub inside this freezer with all the, you know, the it was built like a freezer.
Wow.
So totally amazing. Really. One of my favorite places in Finland is that sauna place. And I'm actually going there soon.
Where was that? Sorry.
In Turku.
Turku. Okay.
Turku, yeah, yeah. And I'm going there with Andre Billy, or what's his name? Bilibi. He has the world record in sitting in ice.
Bloody hell.
He's been sitting in ice for 4 hours and 5 minutes.
4 hours and 5 minutes. I mean, how
Yes.
is that possible?
Yeah, I've got no idea. And he's just broken another world record. He's in Svalbard at the moment and running. He ran 250 kilometers in shorts.
It is amazing. It
Yeah,
is amazing what, I mean, gosh, what some people can do. I mean,
yeah.
so you mentioned Iceland. What was that like as a place as well?
That is one of the most amazing places. If I was going to recommend a place to go for a swimming adventure, it's Iceland.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
So again, my son's actually in Iceland at the moment, so he's just sent me
Oh,
some pictures. Like he's doing geography, and they're
mm,
off sort of visiting the Blue Lagoon and swimming between the continents, and
yeah, exactly.
but it. And then, but I was like, look, there's some bloke who's just, I think he's a British bloke who's just swum around Iceland as well. And I was like, wow. I mean, can you believe that? I mean,
That's crazy.
that is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, okay. So Iceland. So when in Iceland itself, would you go to the tourist places, or just go off and find sort of beach?
I I go off and find places that I want to see. I do
Amazing.
that everywhere I go. I'll investigate, I'll look into what's around, I'll Google, I'll use Google Maps and sort of see what there is and if I can find some places that's not as touristy because when I'm out I love people, but when I go swimming, I don't want anyone else around,
I,
if that makes sense.
yeah, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect
Because I
sense.
like to, be, yeah,
And can I ask, because looking at again what you say is you're going to these incredible places. How much is of the experience is the cold swimming, but also then being in nature itself? Like how essential is that to like your enjoyment?
um, it is, well, the whole experience, the whole thing of being outdoors in nature, smelling the sea and, just being in nature, I think that is just the key for everything. I don't have to go into the water, but that is just an extra bonus.
Right. So
Yeah.
you would be in some places if you just had to end up popping your toes in, that would be enough.
Yeah, as long as I can roll around a bit.
No, I think it because part of what I'm trying to do with the podcast is to get people to realize that like swimming is part of it, but it's where we are swimming which is so important, and
Yeah,
actually when I think about like I mean I grew up in Fiji, so I used to swim like my body wants me in tropical water basically.
yeah.
But I think about where I used to swim, like we'd go to this island which was an old leper colony. And nobody went to the island because it was an old leper colony, but
Yeah.
that was, I think that the last lepers had left sort of 50, 60 years before. But it was just pristine. I mean, just
Mm,
like absolutely, there can't be many places left in the world which were as pristine as that. And, you know, when I look at what you do, I'm like, oh, look at those places. They look really so many of them look just wonderful. And how part of this is how do you kind of make sure that we protect it? I don't know what the
yeah.
answer is, but we want people to be able to enjoy these places kind of going forward.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. And some places you go to, they don't think of they don't think of the future. They don't think of themselves. They don't think of their children. I've seen people standing out in the water having a cigarette, and their children are in the water around them, and then they just throw the cigarettes, in the water.
yeah, it's awful, isn't
It
it?
is. They don't think.
No,
But
I mean, and I was really like going to Finland, and I think other Scandinavian countries where people are very mindful of nature and being part
mm,
of nature.
yeah,
I wish in the UK we were a bit more mindful in terms of what we do, because we've got to protect these places. So,
mm,
no, it's interesting. I I mean, talking of Fiji, have you also done some swimming in warm water, haven't you?
yeah, but not much. I'm not I'm not a swimmer.
Right.
I'm not a swimmer. I don't actually know how to swim properly. So I only go dipping and give myself challenges. And one of the challenges I gave myself a few years back was to learn to swim in the cold water. So I did, and then I found out that they had a world championships in Lake Bled in Slovenia, and I thought, oh, that sounds quite cool. I want to go and join that. And I found out that anyone could just sign up. So I thought, okay, I'll go to the World Championships. That will be my first competition as a winter swimmer. And I actually it ended up with me coming home with medals and everything
Amazing.
every race that I joined. So I thought, okay,
Amazing.
this is fun. I want to do more of this. So that is actually how it started, and I carried on.
That's so cool. That's so
Mm,
cool. And I can actually understand why it would be something that you could kind of totally get into. And so you're not planning on spending 4 hours in icy water, are you? I mean, that's not your thing, is it? Or
it's no, definitely not. If I had my coffee with me, then maybe I could do it, but no, not just sitting in ice. That is, I leave that to other crazy people to do.
amazing. Well, look, I mean, and it's interesting when you kind of meet these other crazy people as well. I
Mm.
mean, honestly, to me, looking at where you swam, I think you're pretty crazy anyway. So, you know, it's degrees of craziness, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. But I like being crazy. I like crazy people, and yeah, it makes my day.
Fantastic. So, can I? Because we're sort of running out of time, but I was kind of keen to get your perspective. Or I mean, it sounds like Iceland's a fucking cool place to go swimming.
Yeah.
Where is the one place that and I guess not just country, but place that you think I should definitely go and swim?
Oh, you mean do I have to choose one place? I've got
One,
loads.
yeah. So imagine you're like, right, pack
Mm,
your case, off you
okay.
go. This is the one place.
No, I can't say just one place. I've got loads, but I'll start from the top. Then you can
Okay,
choose
perfect,
yourself. Yeah,
perfect,
there
perfect, perfect.
was the one place in Iceland is a pool. I can't even remember what it's called, but it's surrounded by glaciers and volcanoes and the most amazing scenery. And it's like a hot pool, so it's
Right,
20 degrees. So you don't have to wear your
sounds
wetsuit,
amazing
and I
already.
think you could you could even swim in there without running screaming out again. And then
Sounds perfect.
yeah, but then the other end of it, there's the Glacier Lake, also in Iceland, close to the Diamond Beach. That is the coldest water I had ever been in. That was so cold. Um, not just that you could feel that all the pins and needles in your skin. I'm sure there was ice in there that was prickling my skin. It was so cold, but that was totally amazing as well. And then Patagonia, El Calafate, down by that glacier. But you can't just go in there. You actually have to go to the World Cup to be able to swim. They don't just let anyone in to swim in their lake. So that is amazing. Oh, and then my bench here where I live. That is one of the most coolest places because that's where everything started.
If I come to Copenhagen, I'll come and find the bench. So
Yeah, do that.
look, I really enjoyed listening to everything you have to say, and I thank you because the Patagonia swim is a new one on me. So I'll have to look that up, and it's definitely one to sort of add to the bucket list. So I tend to swim with a friend of mine, and we've kind of done loads of stuff together. So I'll say, Giles, how about Patagonia? I think
Yeah.
our wives won't be happy, but you know, our as friends, I think we'll definitely should do it, shouldn't we? So
I think you should. I think I might see you there next year, August.
fantastic. Well, listen, thank you so much, and I look forward to sort of seeing where you and Doris and James Pond get to next.
Yeah. Well, next time it's Finland. Turku. It's that's the next little adventure.
Fantastic. Well, listen,
Yeah.
enjoy it. Enjoy the saunas and enjoy the ice.
Yes. Thank you, and thank you for inviting me again. It's been fun.
Oh no, it's been amazing, amazing.